Experts are saying that the U.S. could be weeks away from meat shortages. I have a couple of links for you, and I have a counter. So the first one, I first saw this from Detroit News. Experts say U.S. could be weeks away from meat shortages. They say that a third of the U.S. pork capacity is down. Just FYI, everyone's talking about the Communist Chinese-owned Smithfield plants. So let's not talk about the Communist Chinese Smithfield plants unless we're actually correctly acknowledging that they're communist-owned from China, Communist Party of China. Okay? Is that okay? Can we just talk about that? Because they were the first ones to start shutting down. So you have a couple of these plants, British Columbia poultry plant, key operations down in Canada and elsewhere. There are a number of plants in the United States still running. But however, when you look at the United States, Brazil, and Canada, these three countries, us and these other two, account for about 65% of the world meat trade. And so there's, for instance, a consulting firm called Global Agri-Trends, where the president of this company says something like this is unprecedented, et cetera. You know, you could have restaurants run out of fresh ground beef, et cetera, you know, things like that. So the Hormel Foods said that it was idling two of its Jennie-O turkey plants in Minnesota. You also had JBS that it's going to shutter a beef production facility in Wisconsin. So a lot of people are talking about this. Tyson Foods CEO took out an ad in the New York Times over the weekend, a full-page ad talking about a potential disruption in the food supply chain, which this is one of the things that happens when you shut things down. And it's not because everyone's like, yeah, it's because the pandemic is shutting it down. No, short stacks. That's not why. You could say that it's a symptom of that, but it's about the people being able to, the processing. It's the processing ability. So, you know, this obviously, you know, a lot of people are a little nervous about this. Mike Lee has even said, I wanted to pull this up. This comes from Deseret News. He's joined the call to help the nation's troubled food supply chain. I've been hearing stories of chickens getting killed and eggs being cracked and milk getting dumped because there's this disruption in the supply and the ability to actually get it to where it needs to go. Dairy farmers hit surplus capacity a while ago because the food service everything is down. Cruise ships, restaurants, schools, hotels, etc. So you got people online at food banks. I cannot believe you're telling me that with this era of information and technology that no one has been able to put two and two together and think, hey, you know what? These people got to kill these chickens. They're dumping milk. Maybe we could help the people standing in the damn bread lines. No one has thought of that? Holy cow. No wonder aliens won't visit us. We see their damn ships flying around in these recently released from the Pentagon UFO videos, but they ain't coming down to planet Earth because we're a bunch of morons. That's why. So I'm just thinking, maybe if you have an oversupply and the people who are standing in bread lines, literal bread lines, have an undersupply, seems like a natural marriage, right? Isn't that what politicians are elected to do, figure this crap out? Yeah. Okay, maybe they could do that. So Senators Mike Lee, Amy Klobuchar, others have sent a letter to the president's cabinet asking for Bill Barr and Sonny Perdue, Secretary of Agriculture, to look at these food supply chain problems. Yeah, it should happen. This is something that should have happened a long time ago.